G'day guys, thanks for tuning in for another ration review. Today we have part 2 of our review of an Australian PR1M, aka Patrol Ration 1 Man. In this video you're going to see lunch and dinner. If you'd like to watch the first video, the unpacking and the breakfast, please click up here. Please hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up to help grow my channel. Okay, let's get into it. And this is going to be our selection for lunch today. We're going to have the freeze-dried Tuna Mornay. We're going to have a side of meagering noodles. We're going to have Biscuit Jam Sandwich, and we're going to have a lemon lime sports drink. And probably for dessert, a chocolate ration, and we're going to have some Musk Lifesavers. Now looking at our freeze-dried main here, you can see that it is a 110 gram serve there, and it does have the directions on the side here. Now it explains that you are to remove the inner bag and to tip it back into this outer bag and then mix it with 350 mils of water and then let it soak for 15 to 20 minutes, stirring every 5 minutes. Now you can use cold water, but it is obviously going to take a little bit longer, and you can eat it dry if necessary. All right, so this has got a good vacuum seal, so we'll see if you can hear a little bit of a hiss. No, didn't hear it. Oh, shit. Oh boy. All right. That's a bugger because I was trying to reuse that bag. All right, let's pause for the cause and we'll see what we can do about that. All right, look, I've whacked a little bit of gaffer tape on there. I don't know if that's going to hold, but anyway, let's just continue on and we'll see what happens. All right, we'll try and get that open without making another big rip in the bag. And there is our main there. It is in what looks like some sort of wax paper bag, almost like a lunch bag there. Oh, straight away a smell of tuna. Very strong tuna smell there. So we'll just break this up in the bag here. Now you can see that you've got pasta shells in there. Oh, this is going to be good. Main. I don't know if that's going to leak. We'll soon find out. Now we've got 250 mils here of water. I don't want to put too much in. I don't want to make it soupy. So we'll start with that. And we'll see how we go. All right, that's going to need a little bit more. All right, that's another 50 mil there. So that's 300 mil. We're just a little bit shy of the 350, and we'll see how that goes. I'd rather a little bit thicker than soupy. All right, that looks like it's mixed in pretty well. All right, that looks better. Now we'll just fold this over. Now it says to wait around 20 minutes, so we'll see how that goes. And next up we'll make our meagering noodles. Now it does have the cooking direction on the front there. You soak the noodles in boiling water for a few minutes, drain, and then you add your seasoning packets. And here you can see the 5 seasoning packets. You have 3 liquid packets and you have 2 dry. Now we'll just break this up and then we'll put the lid on and we'll wait a few minutes. All right, we'll just put that on and then we'll come back and we'll check that in a couple of minutes. And next up we'll mix up Thor's Sports Drink Powder, Lemon Lime. It's a 35-gram sachet here and it makes up to about 500 mils. This glass here holds about half a litre, 500 mils. All right, we'll just put that off to the side and we'll let that dissolve. And in the meantime, let's get our sides open. And we have our Biscuit Jam Sandwich. These are always nice. What do we got? We got Love Heart and, oh, 2 Love Hearts. Normally you get a Love Heart and a star, but there you go. And we have our Australian Army Chocolate Ration. Let's see if this is bloomed to death. Oh, a little bit. There you go. And we also have our Lifesavers in Musk. These are a bit of an odd flavour for people overseas, but you know what? We've had Musk Lifesavers here in Australia for a long time, and they are really, really nice. While we're waiting for our main, let's try our Biscuit Jam Sandwich. These are really nice. They're a shortbread style biscuit with what is probably a raspberry jam on the inside. All right, let's try that. Yeah, that's a lovely biscuit indeed. It is a nice crunchy shortbread, buttery flavour with a very sweet, nice raspberry jam on the inside. Yeah, that is a beautiful biscuit. But you know what? You know what'll make that better? Makes everything better is sweetened condensed milk. Ho ho ho! There you go. Have a look at that. That is going to be epic. Yeah, that is epic. I tell you what, that sweetened condensed milk goes so well with that biscuit and that jam. It's like scones and cream. That is beautiful. All right, let's have a look at our noodles. Yeah, they look fine. So you know what? I'm just going to drain off this water and then I'll be right back. All right, they're done. So what we'll do, we'll get our seasoning packets ready. And the trick to this is to slide them all down one end. Chop off the top of all of them. And then you squeeze all 3 out at the same time. Look at that. And we also have our dry seasonings as well. We'll get them in. Seems like it's had a bit of moisture at some stage. And we just mix all that in. Now we'll just leave that lid on, try and keep a little bit of warmth in there. Let's have a look at our main. Smells nice. It has a very nice tuna fragrance there. All right, I think that's ready. All right, we'll just get our noodle out. And just off the side here, we'll put our Tuna Mornay. Look at that, what a huge serve. And you can see my quick fix MacGyverism there. That didn't leak at all. So first up, we'll try the noodles. These are always a winner, these noodles. Let's just try the noodle on its own. Yeah, look, that's lovely. That is a great noodle. It's a lot of flavour with those sachets. They definitely give it a little bit more depth of flavour than a standard noodle does with its just one sachet. Yeah, they definitely have a great flavour. We'll have a look at that. Looks good. All right, we'll just cleanse our palate here with our lemon lime drink. Now, it's not the best looking color. It's like an off olive green. For the most part, it has mixed in pretty much 100%. There's a little bit at the bottom, but you know what? That's mostly mixed in. All right, let's give that a try. Yeah, look, that's a lovely sports drink. You definitely get those electrolyte flavor, you know, that classic sports drink Gatorade flavor. You definitely get that. It's very mild in its lemon lime flavor. It's actually more, I would say, lime than lemon, but you know what? That's a nice, refreshing drink. All right, now let's try our Tuna Mornay. Now it does, once rehydrated, make a huge portion. But anyway, let's have a look and see what we can see. For the most part, it is just a sauce, and then you obviously have your tuna chunks in there somewhere, but you know, since it's been freeze-dried and rehydrated, yeah, you can't really see too much of that. The pasta itself seems like it's sort of disappeared in there a little bit, but you can sort of see that it is shells pasta there. Get a look at that. All right, let's get a big spoon and give that a try. Yeah, that's nice. You can definitely taste the tuna. You can taste onion in there. It isn't spicy by any means, and it has a sort of strange consistency. So it is basically just sauce. You feel like you're just eating sauce. There's not much texture to it. There you go. You can see that it also has a little bit of corn in there, but the strongest flavor that's coming through is the tuna. But it is a fairly mild dish all round, really. You know what, and this is a great consistency. I would prefer it like this, where it is a little bit drier compared to it being soupy. Yeah, look, that's a really nice dish indeed. It is, however, very mild in flavour, so I think it might need a bit of a helping hand. I think what it's going to need is a little bit of Tabasco. It needs a little bit of kick. Let's see if this will help it out. Well, put it all on. Why not? And we'll just mix that in. Already you can smell that vinegar that comes off the Tabasco. Yeah, this is going to be a lot better. Yeah, look, that's fantastic. That goes together really well. That's definitely taken it to the next level, which is what it needs, because you know what? It is a little bit bland generally. All right, let's try that together with our noodles. There you go, bit of both. We'll give that a try. Yeah, that's lovely. You know what? Now you've got a little bit of texture in there with the noodles. You got a little bit of the bite from the Tabasco. Yeah, that's definitely the way that you would do it. For sure. Look at that. That looks good. All right, we'll just cleanse our palate here with our lemon lime sports drink. Yeah, that's lovely. And next up, we're going to try Australian Defence Force chocolate ration. Now, it is a little bit bloomed. Looks like it's obviously melted a little bit at some stage. We've got some fat separation going on there, but that generally doesn't affect the flavour. All right, we'll try that. Yeah, that's terrible. It is a really cheap and nasty chocolate. It doesn't have a great flavour. It tastes, I don't know, it just tastes cheap. You know, it doesn't melt in your mouth like good milk chocolate does. It's just chalky and terrible. Yeah, not very good. And next up, we're going to try our Lifesavers Musk. These are a great flavour lifesaver for sure. Yeah, these are beautiful. Musks, we used to get musk sticks here in Australia. I don't know if anyone's had them overseas, but that musk flavour, it's very hard to describe. To me, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a rose watery sort of flavour. You know, it is a very mild flavour. It's not strong, but it's a very hard flavour to describe, but it is a really nice lifesaver. All right, guys, that is it. This is lunch. Let's talk about what we liked. Biscuit Jam Sandwich that was there, they're beautiful. And putting on the sweet condensed milk, that is lovely. We had meagering noodles, and sadly you won't see these anymore in rations unless you've got an older one. These are beautiful, great noodle indeed. We had our Tuna Mornay, nice rehydrated freeze-dried meal. You know, they are fairly bland generally, freeze-dried meals, but this one wasn't too bad, and adding in that Tabasco sauce really helped. Chocolate ration, terrible. Always is, always will be, even when you've got one that's not bloomed and looking terrible like that. Still terrible. And we had our Musk Lifesavers. You know what? They are beautiful. They are a great flavour, Musk. Really hard to describe, but, you know, a really nice flavour. And we had our lemon lime sports drink. Really good sports drink flavour there. You know what? Really good drink indeed. Very refreshing. All right, guys. This is lunch, and we'll take it over to dinner, and we'll see you shortly. And this is going to be our selection for tea. And we have beef teriyaki, freeze-dried. We have rice, freeze-dried. We have an all-fruit bar, if we need it, tomato ketchup. And our only beverage is going to be tea. So starting off with beef teriyaki. Now it is the same 110 gram serve, and the instructions for cooking are exactly the same. So that's 350 mils of water. Let's stand for 15 to 20 minutes. Now let's see if we can get this open without making a dog's breakfast here. And we'll see if I can do it in a straight line. That's good. There you go, a bit of a smell. Yeah, not getting a lot. It's like a sort of spicy, peppery sort of smell that's coming through. And again, we'll make this into a little vessel to hold our main. And it does come packaged in this nice little sandwich bag, as did the other one. It's not oily or anything, it's just shiny plastic bag. It's probably just plastic coated. There you go, there's our main. We have a bit of a smell. Yeah, and again, not getting a lot. Let's break that up. And again, we'll just fill it with 300 mils, and then we might just add a little bit more based on how it's looking. All right, that's 250 mils. Just give that a stir. It's getting all those corners. All right, we might just add a little bit more. We'll just fold that over and we'll wait that 20 minutes. And next up, we'll mix up our freeze-dried rice. Now this only calls for 150 mils of water, and you actually mix it inside this pouch. There you go. And that is the full 150 mils there. Oh, it's a bit soupy. Hopefully it absorbs some of that water. And again, we'll try and fold this over. And next up, we'll mix up our tea. And it is Bell brand tea there. And then the only other thing we have to open is our all fruit bar. So let's get that open. There you go, nice and dark and sticky. You know what? Might just try that now. Yeah, it's got a nice fruity smell to it there. It is very dark. All right, let's try that. Yeah, that is beautiful. You know what? It's almost like eating a fresh date. It is so soft and chewy and dense, and it's got a really great fruit flavour. Yeah, that's lovely. It is a all fruit bar, but you know what? I'm only picking up something like blueberries or dates or something. But you know what? It is a great flavour. Yeah, nice and chewy. That is a really good bar. All right, we'll give these a bit of a stir. It's been about 5 minutes. I think that's good. I don't think that needs any more water. And let's have a look at our rice. There you go. It's absorbed a lot of that water already. All right, we'll just leave that a few more minutes until 15 minutes have elapsed, and then we'll be right back. Okay, you know what? It's been about 15 minutes, so these should be ready. I'll just get this tea bag out. And first up, we'll get out our rice. Now, it does leave a little bit of water in the bottom of the bag, so I just squeeze that out. And here is our main. This is going to be a huge serve here. This is probably enough food for a couple of people. There you go, that's most of it. All right, first up, let's have a look at our main. Now, being a freeze-dried main, again, it looks like it's just a mismatch of sauce and gravy and little chunks. We obviously have some chunks of meat and we have corn. There's probably not much else that we can see inside of that, but obviously there's onions and spices and herbs and things mixed in there. There's a bit of onion there. All right, but first up, let's just try our rice. Let's try a bit of rice first, just on its own. And we'll see what that's like. Yeah, look, that's not good. It is cooked fine though. It is just really bland. It's a really bland rice. And it's kind of floury, to be honest. It definitely looks like it's rehydrated okay, but it just sort of, you know, collapses when you bite into it. It doesn't have any real texture. And it's got kind of like a floury, raw kind of flavour to it. Yeah, that's really not the best rice. You know, and it's kind of squeaky when you're chewing on it there. But it's definitely been enough time to rehydrate. It's just probably not very good freeze-dried rice. All right, now let's just try our main first, just on its own. Get a bit of everything there. You can see we have some meat. We have some corn, some pepper in there, something red. And obviously the rest of it's just the sauce. So anyway, let's try this. This is beef teriyaki. We'll give this a go. Yeah, that's got a lovely teriyaki flavour there. And mixed into that sauce, there's actually reasonable sized chunks of beef. You can't sort of see them there. Maybe on the edge there you might sort of see the beef there. But you know what? That's actually not bad. You know, it's definitely rehydrated okay. It definitely has a distinct teriyaki flavour. Not overpowering by any means, not hot or spicy. You know, it's just a nice teriyaki flavour. All right, let's try that with a bit of a beautiful rice. Try a bit of everything there. There you go, nice big piece of corn, big pieces of meat, and that beautiful rice. You know, that rice is not really helping too much. The main on its own is quite nice, but you add that rice in and it just kind of dilutes the flavour. And then you've got that sort of, you know, that chewy sort of bland rice coming through. And it kind of spoils it a little bit, to be honest. Like the only thing it really does, that rice, is sort of give it a little bit of texture. But it also changes the flavour profile. It's not so much the teriyaki now, but it's more rice that's coming through. All right, We'll just wash that down with a little bit of our tea. Yeah, you know what? That's a good tea. I'm not really a tea drinker, but, you know, to me that just tastes like a black tea. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It is tea flavour. I don't know what else to say, it's tea. I think whilst we've got our tomato ketchup, let's see if we can sort of help out our main and sort of see if we can disguise a little bit of our rice flavour here. Whoa, that's tomato? Sure that's not barbecue sauce? That's very dark in colour. Well, there's a bit of the sauce. We'll just try that on its own first. Either that's barbecue sauce or this sauce has gone bad. Yeah, I think that is regular sauce, but I think it's gone completely sour. Oh, it is almost like vinegar. It is almost like pure vinegar. I don't think it's going to make me sick. It's almost like the Tabasco. It's definitely not tomato though. Not what I'm used to anyway. It's not like a tomato sauce like I thought it would be. Anyway, we'll give that a try. Yeah, look, I think that helped. I'm not really sure about that sauce. I can't figure out whether it's barbecue sauce or tomato sauce that's gone bad. Or is it similar to some sort of Tabasco? Because it's very vinegary. It's not hot, just a sort of vinegary tartness to it. So, not sure. All right, and then that brings us to our dessert, I guess, which is going to be just some Mentos Pure Fresh Breath gum. And again, you get 3 like you did earlier. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of the review. And the all fruit bar, that was nice. Tea is just, well, tea. And the only other parts to this dinner was the freeze-dried rice and the freeze-dried beef teriyaki. Now, the freeze-dried rice was terrible. It had a terrible flavour and it had a terrible consistency. You know, it is really unpleasant to eat. It tastes like you're eating almost raw flour or something. It is just not nice at all. The beef teriyaki, you know what, that wasn't too bad. All of these freeze-dried mains sort of have a bit of a tendency to taste all like one flavour. But you know what, you had chunks of beef in there and you had a nice teriyaki flavour and corn and onions in there. That was nice. But mixing with that rice, you know what, that kind of spoiled it a little bit. And then we put on the tomato ketchup / mystery sauce. Look, that could have been tomato ketchup at one stage. Looks like more barbecue sauce. Tastes a little bit more like Tabasco without any heat. So it's kind of vinegary. And I don't know if it added anything to it, but it's, yeah, look, that's a bit of a mystery, that sauce. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.